Yeah, no, thank you for the question. That's very clear and loud. I think when it comes to leadership, you have to understand that it's a need for women, to be, you know, taken in consideration. Looking into history, we all know, back then, in the late, early 90s, such kind of, regulations came in and it came as a failure, and that's why it was dropped. And the reason why we do that, we were consulted. For me personally, I'll say the voice is not heard because you're taking it as a tick box. You tick in the box so you can go clarify or say, yes, we've consulted. For me, it's for you ticking the box. Personally, for her as a leader, she's an African. I'm sure she understands, how, we as Africans, we coming from. As a global south, and you cannot control, genetics. For me personally, for her being a woman coming from Africa, knowing how, African women or women in the global south are affected by that, of course, it causes a harm, bodily, I'll say. And for him, obviously, if you say the science, because we talk about science here, if the science is clear, show us who decided. And don't dress that as a lie because it's a lie. And we know because we've seen it. So if we were to answer or confront Kirsty, that's how we're going to respond, and we'll respond strong as we are because it affects women. And I'm 100% sure that even the male counterparts that are here, if you're going to respect women's dignity, don't question how they are. Accept them for who they are, accept them to take part in the sports, and respect them and respect in them, their dignity. Because over here we're talking about, human rights, we're talking about diversity. And if you are a organization like IOC, you're talking about diversity, act like one. Don't act like we're here for policy, seeking for power. This is not for power. This is for you to be a leader. So obviously, we're expecting them to act in that manner. Of course, you always know it's nonsense for me. Like I said, I've mentioned that it's about women integrity. For you as a woman, why will you be tested to prove that you fit? It's like now we need to prove that we are worthy as women to take part in sports. That's a disrespect for women. But for anyone, everyone has their own opinion. But for me personally, I'll say, why will you allow women to take part in sports if you're going to question them? Okay, I'll start with the IAAF issue. Well, athletics now. I don't think there's a battle. It's their own battle. It's not my battle. I think I've played part, as an athlete. I think I've played part as an advocate, for human rights. For me, that's not my fight. It's theirs. As they continuously disrespect, women. So I will say, no, me, I'm done with those battles. I have to focus on myself. I have to focus on maintaining myself and, be the leader that I want to be. And you ask about being athletes rep. Of course, that's what we are here to do. Obviously, we're here to guide the athletes. We have to show them, they have a responsibility, to build something and be better. So I think those are the things that we need to come here deal, with, athletes' issues to see, how we resolve, to see how we better, the provinces. And with the leadership roles, I have an organization, that I'm running, I'm a co-founder, I'm here with Vald, and I think my focuses are more on making sure that the organization is well, built, the structure is good, and the design is great, and make sure that we're doing our job. When it comes to leadership, you gotta have to build your own ship first and make it, look good before you can even decide to run other ships.